This conference will now be recorded.
All of you are here for data analysis,
Yes,
guys?
yes.
Yes, yes.
Okay, okay, fine, fine. See, one demo session we have completed earlier, I think 3 or 4 days before, and one more today I am conducting, and then from tomorrow onwards we are going to start with what the regular part. Okay, those who have joined all attended the demo session already. Okay, all right, and this is for those who have joined today only. So just we'll go for a small introduction today, and all the candidates will join from tomorrow. We'll start with the regular session. Now, just wait 1 minute for others. Okay, now see, first of all, let me show you what we are going to discuss in this course. In this course, first of all, we'll start with the Python program. Now, for data analysis, how to go for data analysis, we need Python programming. Now, there are multiple languages available in the market. Not only you will have a Python, you have other languages also, C languages there, C++, there, .NET there, Java there. But for data analysis, which is the language which is going to be preferred is Python programming, is Python. So we are also sticking to what the same language, what Python. So first of all, we'll go for Python programming. Now in real-time development, not only you need front end, we need some backend also. We need some backend also. So SQL Server we are going to learn for backend. Backend here means for the database part, how you can store your data permanently, how you can retrieve the data, that we are going to discuss with SQL Server. Then for visualization purpose, we are going to discuss Tableau. What is Tableau? Tableau is a data visualization tool. What is Tableau? Tableau is a data visualization tool. Data visualization tool. Okay. So we'll go for what a Tableau, and then we'll go some introduction to AWS also. AWS means Amazon Web Services. What is AWS? Amazon Web Services. Nowadays, instead of storing all the data on local computers, nowadays what we are using cloud. Okay, if you want to save your infrastructure, if you want to save your hardware, then what we need to go for AWS. Okay, so what is AWS, how you can work with the Python in AWS, all these things I will discuss here. So this is all what we are going to discuss in this entire course. Now, what is the prerequisite here for this course? What is the prerequisite for this course? You just have basic knowledge of computers and somewhat basic knowledge of C language in your college time or school time. If you have learned C language, I do not want to be a master in C language, just a basic idea. Basic idea means what is variable, what is constant, what is keyword, right? How you can write simple if else condition, right? Just basic idea I need. Now, if you say that I forget all the things I have learned this 10 years before, or 12 years before, or 15 years before, just take any C language book, read C4 chapters. First C to 4 chapter, that's sufficient. Okay, so just a basic knowledge of computers that all of you, I hope you have, and some basic knowledge on C language. Even if you do not have knowledge, not a problem. I will go from scratch. But if you have any idea on C programming, that will be a plus point. That will be additional advantage. Okay, guys. So that we are going to do. Now, this course that we are going to discuss around 40 plus sessions. Now, one thing remember, if you say complete the course in 2 days or 3 days, not possible. I will not going to provide you any crash course. Crash course always crashes. If you want to learn, at least you need to be patient for 40 days. 40 plus sessions I'm saying here. Python programming will do in very detail. 22 to 23 sessions I will go for what Python. 11 to 12 sessions I will take for SQL Server. 5 to 6 sessions I will take for what depends on Tableau. 3 to 4 sessions I will take for what AWS. AWS introduction. Complete AWS we need 30-35 days. But here at least I will give you a brief idea about AWS and how to work on AWS. So if you count these sessions, almost 40 plus sessions we need to target. Okay, right? For this complete data analysis part. So today what we do, let's take a small introduction to Python programming. I will not write any code today, just give you a small introduction. What is Python, why we are going for Python, so on. In the previous demo session also I provided the same thing we can do here, so that you can get a better idea, the way of teaching, the way of presentation, everything. From tomorrow onwards, other candidates will also join and we are going to start our regular sessions. Okay, guys, anybody have any question before I start? And whatever I will write here, I will share all the notes and everything to the consultancy. They will forward to you. Okay, so no need to write anything. Just please observe. And if you have any questions, you can please be apt and you can ask. Now, first question that we'll see, introduction. Introduction part we are going to discuss. What is Python? Python is a general purpose. What is Python? Python is a general purpose high level language. What is Python? Python is a general purpose high level language. Python combines uh, the features of C language and Java programming language. Python combines the features from C language. Some features you will take from C language, some features it is taking from what Java programming language. So Python combines the features from C language and Java. So if you already have some idea on C language, that will be your plus point. That will be an additional advantage, you can say. Now, who developed Python? Python is developed by a person called Guido van Rossum. Guido van Rossum. Okay, Python is developed by, I think we is creating a problem here. Guido van Rossum. And language actually came in the market in the year 1989, but gained more popularity after 1991. Gained more popularity after what? 1991. Now you ask a question, why the name Python? If you observe the icon of Python, it is like a snake. It is like a what? Snake. But the snake has nothing to do with the Python. So why the name Python? The name Python came from a very famous TV serial called Monty Python Flying Circus. Monty Python Flying Circus. Monty Python Flying Circus. The name came from what? A very famous TV serial called Monty Python Flying Circus. This television serial telecast on BBC, and from here we are getting the name as what? Python. So remember, the snake has nothing to do with what? Python programming language. Now, Python is open source. What is the meaning of open source? Anybody can freely download the Python software. Means you do not have to pay for Python software. You do not have to what? Pay for Python software. So you can freely download the Python software you can use. But nowadays, Python is gaining very good popularity in the market. Python is gaining very good popularity in the community. So why Python is gaining very good popularity in the community? What are the main features of Python programming? Python is gaining very good popularity in the market. Why? How and why? Why Python is gaining very good popularity? What are the different features we have for Python? One feature is simple. One feature you can say what? Simple. Python is a very simple programming language. Now, why I say simple? If you read Python program, if you try to read Python program, what you will feel, you are reading English sentences. Less stress you can say, more clarity you can say, easy to understand the syntax of the language. So as a programmer, developing and understanding the programs is very easy here. Number one. So what we say simple, simple. When we say easy to learn, when I say what? Easy to learn. Easy to learn means, see, some of the features in Python we have from C language, right? Python combines the features from C language. So C language is an easy language, right? Means whatever the language constructs you have in C, most of the language constructs are available in Python also. So if you already know the basics of C language, migrating from C language to Python is very, very easy for developers, for programmers. So easy to learn, easy to learn. Open source. What is the meaning of open source? Open source means no need to pay anything for Python software. You can download Python freely from www.python.org. Download Python freely from www.python.org. You can download the software. You do not have to pay a single penny for what? Python software. It is free. You can read the source code. You can modify the source code. You can use the source code as it is in your programs. Open source. Open source. Next feature, high level language. Next feature, high level language. See, when it comes to programming languages, there are two types of programming language: high level language, low level language. One we have high level, one we have low level. Low level means what? Languages that uses machine instructions to develop programs, machine code instructions to develop programs. And these instructions directly interact with your CPU, central processing unit, CPU, assembly language, machine language. They are called what? Low level languages. But when it comes to high level languages uses what? English words. If you want to write a program, what you are going to use? English words to develop the programs. So easy to learn, easy to use. .NET, Java, COBOL, PHP, Python, they all come under what? High level languages. Why? Because they use English word to write programs. So what are the features of Python? Python is simple. Python is easy to learn. Python is open source. Python is a high level language. Next, the most important one, dynamically typed programming language. Observe this line. Python is a dynamically typed programming language. Now the question is, what is the meaning of dynamically typed? What is the meaning of dynamically typed? See, dynamically typed means in Python, we do not have to declare anything. In Python, no need to declare the variables anywhere. Whatever the value you are providing to the variable, based on the value, the type is going to be identified automatically. This is the meaning. Now see, what is the meaning of dynamically typed? Say for example, C language. Let me first take an example of C language. I want to write a simple program in C language. I want to add two numbers. In C language, what is my requirement? I want to add two numbers and display the result. Now, every C language program begins with main. Every C language program ends with main. Every C language program begins with main. Every C language program ends with main. Right? Here, what we do? First of all, I need to declare all the variables. If I am using three variables, I need to declare three variables. Let's say A contains 10, B contains 20, S equal to A plus B. And finally, I need to print the result of S. So we have a function in C language called printf. Printf. And here I can print the value of S. This is the program. Observe. What is this? It is a C language program. What this program is doing? Just adding two numbers and displaying the result. Now here you observe, In this program, how many variables we are using? 3. How many variables we are using? 3, right? A we are using, B we are using, S we are using. How many variables we are using? 3. So whatever the variables we are using in the program, all the variables we need to declare beforehand. All the variables we need to declare beforehand. Today you are using 3 variables in a program. Tomorrow if you use 100 variables, you need to declare all the 100 variables explicitly. Right? So what is C language? What is C language? C language is a statically typed programming language. What is C language? C language is a statically typed programming language. Okay, right? Now, same thing I need to do. We are not going learning C language here. We are going for Python. So, if you want to write the same program in Python, A contains 10, B contains 20, S equal to A plus B, and print the value of S. That's it. You are done. This is the program. You are done. Now you observe. Are we declaring the variables anywhere? Answer is what? No. Are we declaring the variables anywhere? No. We are not declaring the variables anywhere. So whatever the value your variable is containing, based on the value, the type is going to be identified automatically. I will show this. I will show in future. But here remember, the type is going to be identified automatically based on the value, based on the value. So what is Python? What is Python? Dynamically typed programming language. If you compare with the C language is a statically typed programming language. Python is a dynamically typed programming language. Now you ask a question, is any other language dynamic? Yes, R language. R is also dynamically typed programming language. C language, C++, they are what? Statically typed programming language. Okay. So in Python, we do not have to declare anything. Whatever the value your variable contains, based on the value, the type is going to be identified automatically. Okay, right, guys? Any question from anyone up to this? And please do not sit idle, reply. Anybody have any question up to this?
No questions.
Now, let's see.
Just
Similarly,
sorry,
Python
one
is.
one question.
Mhm.
So when we actually have to define, if we say we want to define a different type, then how do we do that?
That same day based on the value. Based on the value. No need to declare anything in the Python. Got it?
Okay, so float,
See, in
boolean, all
C
of that,
language,
like
yes, yes, everything. In C language, na, if you want to declare float, you need to say float, right? Clear?
okay,
Na?
okay,
But
okay,
here in Python, we do not have to do anything. If your variable contain, let's say you have a variable C, it contains this value, 12.5. You are having a decimal value, right? So if your variable is holding a decimal value, automatically it means it is type of what? Float. Got it? Understood?
yes, yes,
If you have a variable D that contains what? True, means Boolean.
okay,
So explicitly we do not have to declare anything. Whatever your variable is containing a value, based on that, the type is going to be identified automatically. Okay, we'll
okay,
see data types. What are the different data types in Python? 14 data types we have in Python that I will discuss one by one. Right.
okay,
Now, next point, let's see platform independent. Next point, let's see platform independent. Now, platform independent means what? When you write a Python program, when you write a Python program, after writing Python program, what is our next step? We need to compile it, right? We need to compile it. When you compile a Python program, what you will get bytecode. But bytecode cannot be understood by the compiler directly, right? So this bytecode is nothing but you can say a set of instructions which are going to be executed on all operating systems and hardware. So using Python virtual machine, which is called as a PVM, Python virtual machine, which is called as what? PVM. Anybody can run these bytecode instructions on any computer system. So Python programs are not dependent on any specific operating system. You can use the Python on Windows, Linux, Macintosh, Solaris, etc. And along with that, portable also. What we can say? Portable. Portable means, what is the meaning of portable? See, when we write a program, and if the program is going to give you the result, same result, on any computer in the world, then it is called portable program. Python programs will give you the same result. Why? They are platform independent. So once you write a Python program, okay, it can run on any computer system using PVM, Python virtual machine. So Python is platform independent. Python is portable in nature. Procedure oriented. Procedure as well as we can say object oriented. Procedure as well as we can say object oriented. Okay. Now procedure means what? Procedure means you need to write a program using functions, procedures. And object oriented means you need to work on two entities, a class and object. One is a class, one is object. Right? So Python is considered as procedure oriented, object oriented. So object oriented means you need to work on two entities, class, object. In future we'll see OOPS part. OOPS, object oriented programming. Object oriented programming. Right? So Python is considered as a procedure oriented as well as you can say object oriented. Now why we are going for Python? Now one question, why we are going for Python? As we said, there are number of languages, C language, C++, .NET, Java, PHP. But why we are going for Python? The biggest advantage for Python is it is having huge library. It is having what? Huge library. Huge library. Means whatever you want to sing, you can. Everything is ready-made available. Everything is ready-made available in Python. Whatever you want to sing, you can. So you do not have to write a program from scratch. Just ready-made library is available, consume it. If you know Python programming, just we need to only consume this. This is the biggest advantage we have in what? Python. Another advantage that we have Python C, when we write any software, when we develop any software, every software have two parts, front end and back end. Front end and back end, right? Front end means what? What you are going to see on the screen. Back end means what? What is going to be stored, right, in the back. That is the back end. And one is a middleware between front end and hardware, front end and back end. We have a middleware, right? Okay. So from a Python program, front end, what you are getting, what you are seeing on the screen, but now you want to connect to back end. Back end means a storage media, just like a database, you can say. SQL server is a database, Oracle, MySQL, so on. So here in Python, we have a facility of database connectivity. Database connectivity means Python provides ready-made interfaces. Python provides what? Ready-made interfaces. And with the help of ready-made interfaces, you can communicate with any database of your choice. You can communicate with any database of your choice. Okay, that is database connectivity. So the biggest advantage of Python is you can communicate with any database. You can communicate with MySQL. You can communicate with SQL Server. You can communicate with Oracle. You can communicate with MongoDB. Whatever the database you want to use in the back, you can use. That is database connectivity. And here, see, when I say huge library, so here we in the library we have something called modules. And technically, we use a term here, batteries. Technically, we are using a term called what? Batteries. Batteries means modules. Batteries means what? Modules. The best example I can give you, see, in any programming language, we have a concept of arrays, right? Arrays. And arrays are of two types, single dimensional, multi-dimensional. In Python, we learn arrays, but in Python, there is a small limitation we have. In Python, you can be able to work only with single dimensional arrays. Python does not support multi-dimensional arrays. This is the issue. This is the limitation we have. But tomorrow, let's say you are working on a big project. Let's say tomorrow you are working on a big project and you need to work on 2D arrays or 3D arrays then. So solution here is a third-party library called NumPy. What is the solution? A third-party library called NumPy. NumPy means numeric Python. This is a ready-made module, you can say. Ready-made module we have. Directly we need to consume this module. Similarly, you want to go for analysis, data analysis. What is data analysis? Your client can provide you the data in any format. You can be able to read the data, clean the data. So data analysis. For data analysis, we use a module called pandas. If you want to design some plots, you want to go for some graphs, bar graph, pie graph, then you need to use a module called matplotlib. So all these are ready-made available directly. If you know Python programming, just you can consume them. This is the advantage we have. So why we are going only for Python? There are several features you can see. Simple, easy to learn, open source, high level language. Python is a dynamically typed programming language. Python is a platform independent. Python is a portable in nature. Python is a procedure oriented. Python is object oriented. Python contains huge library ready-made available, provides interfaces to communicate with any database of your choice, and library is available to you in the form of modules. NumPy is a module. Pandas is a module. What is the purpose of pandas module? Analysis, data analysis. What is the purpose of matplotlib? Basic charts if you want to create visualization, data visualization. If you say I want to go for advanced visualization, Seaborn. We have a library called what? Seaborn. Module called what? Seaborn. Right? So why Python? These are some of the features we have for about Python. Now, next question you asked, okay, you said that I'm learning Python. After learning, where we can use Python? Where we can use Python, right? So see, once you know Python, you can use Python to develop desktop applications. You can use Python even to develop a web application possible. Now earlier see, in order to develop the web applications, we need to learn Java programming, right? Java program. Android applications you can create, iOS applications you can create. But now with the help of with the help of what? Python also you can develop web and mobile based applications. But only the thing is, here we need to concentrate on frameworks, like you can say Django is one framework. Python framework. Django is a Python framework. We have something called Flask. Flask is a framework like that. So are we able to develop web and mobile applications? Yes, possible. Next, we can develop database related applications because Python can communicate with any database of your choice. We can develop video games also with the Python programming. Video games. What we can develop? Video games. Video games. We can go for data analysis. Data analysis. You can go for what you can say AI, artificial intelligence, AI. We can go for machine learning. Machine learning. What is machine learning? A subfield of artificial intelligence. A subfield of artificial intelligence. You can go for IoT operations, Internet of Things. So where we can use Python? Everywhere. Whatever the field you want, you can see everywhere we are using Python. Everywhere we are using what? Python. Another question arises, which companies are using Python nowadays? Which companies are using Python? So almost all the Fortune companies are nowadays using what? Python. Google. Google is using Python. Amazon is using Python. Dropbox is using Python. YouTube is using Python. So everywhere you can see almost all Fortune companies nowadays using what? Python programming. Now, again, the same thing arises why we are going for Python only. See, most of the languages are having the same features. Whatever the features we have discussed here for Python, some of them are related to C language also, some of them related to .NET also, Java also. But why we are going for Python only? Some more additional features we have in Python, which when we compare with what? Other languages. And one of the biggest one is that why we choose a Python memory management. Why we choose Python memory management, memory management. Now, if you are coming from C language background, right? In C language, how you go for memory allocation? If you have gone for C program in your college time or school time, programmer should allocate and deallocate the memory dynamically in C language during runtime with the help of functions like we have a malloc function for memory allocation. Once your job over, how you can deallocate the memory? Free function. Free function. When we have what? Malloc function. When we have what? Free function like that. So programmer has to allocate the memory using malloc, and once the job over, programmer has to go for deallocation using free. But when it comes to Python, this is in C language, but when it comes to Python, memory allocation and deallocation, memory allocation and deallocation are done during runtime automatically. This is the advantage. See, automatically. Now, who will do this for you? Python. Python PVM. Python PVM. Python virtual machine of such issues. So, what is the advantage to programmer? Advantage is programmer is free. Programmer has to concentrate only. Programmer has to concentrate only on the business logic. Programmer has nothing to worry about allocation and deallocation. This is the biggest advantage we have in what Python. If you compare with the C language or other programming languages. And another point is this: when we talk about Python, everything is considered as an object in a Python. Everything is considered as an object in a Python. If we learn functions, functions are objects. If you learn lists are objects. Everything is considered as an object in what? Python. So if a common question asks that why you are going for Python for data analysis, the reason behind lot of features we have in Python, plus you can see the biggest advantage is memory management. And not only this is the advantage, Not only this is the advantage, we have other advantages also. Like garbage collection is one of the advantage. As I go in future, I will discuss these things. Okay. Now you can download Python from here, www.python.org. What Python will get a standard Python compiler. But here, in reality, there are several other flavors also available for Python. From www.python.org website, you can get a standard Python compiler. Other flavors, if you want, we have something called what you can say C Python. We have something called what C Python. This is a Python compiler implemented in C language. Implemented in what? C language. When we have Jython, when we have a Jython implementation of Python language, which is going to run on Java platform, Jython. We have something called nowadays very famous Iron Python. Iron Python. Those who are well known with C#.NET, we have Iron Python. Implementation of Python language for .NET framework, Iron Python. We have something called Anaconda Python. We have something called what? Anaconda Python. If you want to develop very large scale analytic scientific computing application, we have something called what? Anaconda Python. So lots of flavors you can see for Python programming language. Python programming language. So what we are going to do, we are going to download Python from www.python.org. Any version you can take, 3.x version you can take, 3.1 you can take, any version of Python you can download. I will show you how to download, how to install Python. Okay, right? So this is what the basic introduction we have. Any question from anyone?
No, sir.
Now, see, when we go for this course, from my side, see, whatever I will write in the notepad, whatever I will draw in the paintbrush, I will send you all the material. Plus, whatever we are going to do in the class, I will record the session. Okay? Recording will be provided to you. Recording will be provided to you on a daily basis. Recording is just for your advantage. If you miss any point in the class, you can just replay that at your end. Just replay that at your end any number of times. And that recording will contain both audio and what? The video. Okay, so whatever I will write in the notepad, whatever I will draw, I will send you all the material. If I get direct email IDs, I will send to you directly, or otherwise I will forward to consultancy. They will forward to you. Okay, right? And already I told around 40 plus sessions we are going to do, and everything we are going to do different topic, no repetition. All the 40 plus sessions, remember, no repetition. Every day we are going to discuss what new thing. Now, lot of things I need to cover. Okay, I will start with the Python programming, SQL Server, then Tableau, and then we'll see introduction to what? AWS also. Introduction to what? AWS also. Okay, right? Now, if anybody have any question related to the curriculum, you can ask. And see, now regular sessions, this is already I discussed it 4 days before, but just I discussed today also. And regular sessions we are going to start from tomorrow. Now, one thing I need to ask you, timing is 9 p.m. India time. But are you people flexible at 8 p.m. India time, 1 hour ahead? Is it okay, or 9 p.m. only you want?
8 p.m. is better.
Others, please reply.
Yes, 8 p.m. is okay.
Anybody have any issue at 8 p.m.?
No, sir.
Okay, let me message them also.
I actually wanted to ask about the curriculum.
Mhm. Tell me, yes, you can ask, no problem. Tell me, yes.
So, like from what I understand, Power BI is
Mhm.
used more widely
No,
rather
no,
than
no, see,
Tableau.
no. If you want, see, Power BI also you can use. See, SQL Server is from Microsoft, Power BI is from Microsoft, right?
Yes.
Okay. So if all the majority says that no, we do not want to go for Tableau, we want to go for Power BI, I can go for Power BI. Okay, but personally, what I suggest to you, go for Tableau. Okay, but if I will, you can, I will talk to you. If you want Power BI, then no issue. Instead of Tableau, we can go for Power BI. Okay, for me, it's not a problem, right? Okay, we'll do that. We'll
Okay, I just
talk to
wanted
them.
to ask like why
Ha, ha,
Tableau
ha.
rather than Power BI?
See, the reason is in Power BI, you can see the speed is very slow. Performance point of view, Tableau is very good. Another thing is in Tableau, we have a facility of publishing the report, even though not commercially. But Tableau is company is going to give you what 15 GB of space where you can publish your work very easily. Such a type of facility is not available with what Power BI. Plus, Power BI is somewhat complicated. Okay, Tableau is very user friendly, simple drag and drop. There is no need of any coding here in what Tableau. In Power BI visualization is drag and drop. But before that, you need to learn some special technique like data modeling also. Okay, so that is the reason for data visualization purpose, I prefer Tableau in comparison to what Power BI.
Okay, because from what I understand, more
Mhm.
companies use Power BI. That's why I was asking.
Oh, both. See, Tableau, Power BI, Ultrax, okay, ClickSense, all are having their own advantages, plus and
Okay.
minus both, right?
o-
Okay,
Okay.
no problem. I will talk to them. Accordingly, we can apply. If majority says Power BI, we can go for Power BI. Majority says Tableau, we can go for Tableau. No issue. Both are for data visualization, right? Okay, so no
Yes.
problem, right?
Okay. Okay.
Okay, guys. Any other question from anyone? So, guys, see, from tomorrow onwards, I will go for what 8 p.m. India time, right? Instead of 9 p.m. India time, we'll do at 8 p.m. India time. And see, daily session that I will conduct is 55 to 60 minutes. Okay, at least 1 hour you need to target. 55 to 60 minutes you need to target daily. Okay, each and every session, whatever the session we are going to conduct, 55 to 60 minutes each and every session. Okay, this is and from tomorrow onwards, when we start with the regular sessions, so in Python, what we are going to do, we'll start with data types. First topic that we are going to start with what? Data types. We have 14 data types in Python. So one by one, I will discuss all the 14 data types. Then we'll go for operators. What are the different operators we have in Python? Then we'll go for input and output statements. We'll go for flow control. We discuss about arrays, and now in arrays I will cover numpy also. Numpy very important for data analysis. 99% time we are using numpy module, not arrays module, but we'll see both arrays and numpy. Then we'll go for function. Now this is the most important chapter of Python programming. Functions, how you can write a function, how you can call a function, how you can pass arguments to function, how to return a value from function, how to return multiple values, what are anonymous functions, lambdas that we say. In real time, a lot of Python functions are available that can take lambdas as an argument. What are decorators? Why to use decorators? All these I will discuss here in functions. And then I will come with oops part, classes, objects, inheritance, inheritance. polymorphism, abstract classes, abstract methods. Uh, we have a concept of interfaces. We have a concept of interfaces, exception. All these I will discuss here. Then we come to files, how you can deal with the files. Then we come to some of the OS dependent functionalities. OS dependent functionalities. Then we come to database connectivity. This is one of the important part, database connectivity. And here, see, most of the time, what we are using in the Python, for Python, we are using MySQL. So how you can communicate with MySQL, then all I will discuss here. And then we'll see analysis, data analysis. So lot of topics I need to cover here. Okay, so directly from next class onward, I will start with the very first point, data types. Data types. Okay. Now already I told you, if you have some basic idea of C language, that will be a plus point. If you have any C language book, you can read first 2 C chapters. Only basic idea I need: what is variable, what is constant, what is the keyword. Okay, that's thing. And if you are able to write if and else, so that we do not have to cover or give too much time to these things, because a lot of things we need to cover here. Okay, right? So this is what the first, we'll start with the Python programming. Around 20 to 23 sessions I will discuss for what Python programming. Okay, this is the agenda that we'll do. Anybody have any other question?
So do
So
we
are the
have
classes going to
any
be,
hands-on
sorry, go ahead.
hands-on
Huh?
experience or any
Hey,
projects or
everything is
something?
hands-on. See, everything is training is completely hands-on. Okay, programming can be learned only via practice, no other way. Right? Everything what I will show you, I will show you live here in front of you. If I have to write any code, I will give a requirement. This is my requirement. I am writing this code. Same thing you can practice. Okay, see, we have 1 hour here. Time only we have 1 hour here, right? So in 1 hour, lot of things I need to show. So everything is hands-on. And guys, see, if I'm giving you 1 hour training daily, at least you need to practice 30 to 40 minutes daily. One thing remember, programming can be learned only via practice, no other way. Right? Because see, every topic that we are going to discuss here, I will give you practical implementation of that topic. Okay, right? So everything is real time, training is completely real time, training is completely hands on. Only you need to practice, that's it. Okay, no worry about that. Just go for 2 3 sessions, you will realize that. Okay.
So the classes are going to be every day or only on weekdays or
See, generally, US people go for what, 5 days per week. So,
okay.
if you, based on our you can say mutual understanding, but generally, I will talk to consultancy, because right now one more batch is going on, so we are going 5 days a week, right? Okay, Tuesday my time to what, Saturday my time. Okay, but if you want 6 days, that we can do with our mutual understanding. Okay.
Okay. No, of course. Okay, no, fair enough. And just one other thing I wanted to ask was, is there any other timing, maybe a little earlier timing batch that's about to
See,
start or
7 to 8,
already going on?
no, already going on. That is, so that is the reason instead of 9 p.m. I'm going for 8 p.m. now. That will be easy for you also. Okay, right?
No, I was looking for an earlier time slot. It's more
Yeah, this
suitable
is
for me.
no, 7 to 8 already. have a different batch going
Okay,
on.
okay,
Okay, and I
okay,
just came to office from office. I reach home around 6 o'clock. Then after 1 hour break,
okay,
I'm starting to only 2 sessions. I'm taking 7 to 8, and this one I will take 8 to 9. Okay.
okay,
Chaliye, thank you guys. Thank you so much for joining, all of you. And do not miss any session. Okay, we'll start from very scratch and 8 p.m. IST. And same link will work. Do not wait for any other link. Same link you need to join from tomorrow also. But remember 8 p.m. India time. Okay. Chaliye, thank you, all of
okay.
you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, yes. See you.